Righteousness. It's a loaded word, isn't it?
It really is.
For most people, it feels like this heavy backpack full of rules, or maybe a scorecard where you're constantly trying to get an A.
And usually ending up with a C minus.
Exactly. But today, we're looking at a source that claims we have that whole definition, well, completely backwards.
Yeah, it definitely argues against the scorecard approach. The source we're looking at today, it's the Rhapsody of Realities Daily Devotional by Pastor Chris.
Okay.
And the entry is called Righteousness, the Nature of God. It makes a pretty radical assertion right out of the gate.
Which is?
Righteousness isn't about what you do, it's about who you are.
So it completely redefines the term. Instead of, behavior, the author positions righteousness as the literal nature of God.
Right. He draws a parallel to the phrase, God is love.
Ah, okay.
We accept that love is God's essence, not just something he does. The text argues rightness works exactly the same way.
And it defines that nature pretty specifically, right?
Very specifically. It calls it God's perfection, accuracy, and distinction and glory. I mean, it's essentially the attribute that separates the divine from everything else.
The ability to be right always and effortlessly.
Exactly.
But wait, that puts you in a massive bind. If righteousness is defined as divine perfection, then by definition, no human can touch it.
Right. We're flawed?
We make mistakes. I mean, if that's the standard, we are set up to fail before we even start.
And that impossibility is precisely the point. The text argues that because you can't climb that mountain, because that nature is alien to humanity.
The mountain had to be moved to you.
The mountain had to be moved to you. This is what the source calls the Great Exchange.
Okay, this connects to the concept of imputed righteousness. Now, imputed is, that's an accounting or legal term, isn't it?
It is. Like crediting a bank account with money you didn't earn.
So is the text just saying this is a transaction?
It starts there, yeah. It cites Romans 5.17 to describe righteousness as a gift. You don't earn a gift, you receive it. And the mechanism for this, according to the source, is in 2 Corinthians 5.21.
Yeah.
It describes this total identity swap.
The one who knew no sin was made to be sin.
So that we could become the righteousness of God.
Right.
It's a complete exchange.
Okay, but the text makes a distinction here that I really want to drill down on. It separates legal righteousness from vital righteousness. To the average person, that could sound like theological hair splitting. What's the practical difference?
That's a great question. Think of it like the difference between adoption and biology.
Okay, I'm with you.
Legal righteousness is like having the adoption papers signed. You legally belong to the family, you have the name, the judge says you're a child of the father, it's a legal standing.
And that's given to the world. And vital.
Vital is sharing the DNA. The source argues that when a person is born again, they aren't just legally cleared of guilt, they are genetically rewritten, so to speak. You receive vital righteousness, which implies this oneness with God. You're not just holding a certificate, you actually have the God DNA of rightness inside you.
That distinction changes the whole psychology of it, doesn't it?
It changes everything.
If you believe you have the nature of a thing, you expect to act like it. A dog barks because it's a dog, not because it's trying to follow a rule book about barking.
That is exactly the application the text pushes for. It says because you have this nature, you can live right, walk right, and talk right.
So it's not forced behavior, it's a natural outflow.
It's the natural outflow of your new identity. The text uses really strong markers here. It calls you justified, sanctified, and even the epitome of his righteousness.
It's a compelling counter-narrative to that imposter syndrome so many people feel. Instead of waking up trying to prove you're good enough, the source suggests you wake up acknowledging you've already been made perfect in your nature. You work from that identity, not for it.
It completely shifts the focus from earning to being. If righteousness is a gift of nature, it's not some fragile status you have to maintain with perfect performance.
But that leads to a pretty risky conclusion, doesn't it? It sounds liberating, but if righteousness is my nature, like my blood type, that doesn't change just because I mess up.
And that is the provocative edge of this text.
So if righteousness is who you are and not a score based on what you do, are you still righteous even in the middle of a mistake?
The source would suggest the answer is yes.
That is definitely something to chew on. Thanks for walking us through this rhapsody of realities.
Always a pleasure.
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.